Hello everyone and welcome to Augmintech's YouTube channel. So today we are going to create a furniture piece on SketchUp. Let me tell you, like when we are working on SketchUp, it is very easy to just find models online and work with them. But if you are an interior designer, it becomes really hard when you have a specific design that you want to create. So today I am going to create this design using SketchUp with very simple techniques. So stay tuned. Now I can see that here I am going to divide this complete setup into parts. So I can see that there are two kinds of legs here, which I'm assuming are going to be put in cross section. Then we have this round plyboard here, and then we have these two partitions. On top again there is a round board with a material on top, which is a separate, you can say a separate layer. So I am going to be creating 5 layers separately, and then we are going to assemble this table. Now in order to do that correctly, it is important for us to also realize the sizes that we are going to use. So I'm opening up this with the help of my tool only, the template that I have created. So I'm just going to give it a depth or diameter of whatever I like. So let's give it a 3 feet diameter. So it's not very small, not very large. This I'm going to create into a group so that I can copy it if I want. So I'm going to make it 1 inch the thickness. So that's one part of it. We can make it a little bit higher. So I'm going to say half an inch more. So yeah, now that looks fine to me. So there you go. So this is one that I've selected. Now if I go back to my file, you can see that this is one layer. The top layer is still supposed to be there. So I'm going to just copy this with Alt Control, and I am just going to drag it upwards like this. So here I have this one. Now another layer which is circular for us is the top panel. So I am going to create another top panel with Alt Control and copy, and I'm going to put it right on top. But we can change this. So in order to change this, I am going to go inside this and create a concentric circle right here. So let it be like 0.5. Yeah, so that's there. Then the back part, I am going to make it go a little bit on the edge so that I can now create a edging for it. So it has, when I see this, it has some kind of edging going on. So I want that. I am going to be creating that. So in order to do that, first of all, okay, so let me just go back with the circle. I'm not going to delete the circle, which I just did. So I'm just going to add 0.5, and then I'm going to take this downwards. Make it like so much so that you get still something. Okay, so it still has some thickness. I'm doing this so that I can join these together to create my edging. So all of these edges I am going to join together to have that edge like structure. Later on we can smooth this out to have a better kind of a shape, but for now I'm just going to add this edge like this. So I'm going to quickly do this for all the edges. Now when we create a circle on SketchUp, which is like not very large, it gives us this option of connecting the corners. Why? Because it's not a very huge circle, so it has some endpoints that we can work with. So you can see here like how I am connecting the two. So keep connecting all the way through so we get an edge. Now when we do these little things on your models, it is something which is going to make it more detailed. If I had not done this, it will not show up in my model and it will become like a very simplistic kind of a model, which I do not want to do. So you want it to be as detailed as possible. Why? That is why I am using this. So you can see the SketchUp already gives you these endpoints that you can join together. So now if I see my table, I can see that there is an edge, there is a top edge, and it has a certain layering to it. Now the only difference is that I feel this should be slightly less high. So I'm going to scale it down a little bit. So maybe 0.5, and there you go. So now I have a perfect edge. Now that we have the layers and the edges, now let's move on and create the center parts of this. Okay, so for that I am going to take a rectangle tool, and I'm going to create a rectangle just on top of this so that I can see how big of a rectangle I want. So let's make it, let's say 18 inches, and the height can be 1 feet. So that's what I've created. Okay, it's very small. Let's make it bigger. So since the diameter is 3 feet, let's keep it 2 feet 11 inches. And the height I'm going to keep for 1 feet only. Now that's better. So this again, I'm going to make it into a group. Then I'm going to give it a thickness of 19 mm. Even if this is a segment where you are creating things on feet and inches, you can type in mm and it is still going to convert that into the right kind of element. Now I'm rotating this such that I can use it right on top. You know, you can see how this is. Okay, so since we have, I think we have used the wrong diameter. I think we have chosen the, yeah, so this is 6 feet. So I think we have chosen the wrong diameter. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to select all of these, and I am going to scale them down to 0.5. Yeah. Now, but for the heights, I still need it to be the same. So for the height, I am going to create 1.5 so that it's thicker. It needs to be thick like, 1.5. Yeah, that's fine for me. The top one looks okay to me, so I'm not changing that. Now this segment I will bring towards the center. Once the height, we can either change that to lesser, either it can go up to 8 inches. Let me go down like 4 inches. So that's what I get. Then this is one that I have selected. Now what I'm going to do is the top layer, since this is something I've already created, I'm going to hide this so that I can see how this is working out. This needs to be in the radial. So let's see which is the midpoint. Okay, this is the midpoint, and here we need another midpoint. So either it can be like this, or let's say here this is one midpoint. On the other side, I am going to give it another midpoint somewhere here. Now I'm going to align my segments on this only. So let's just align one edge first. So this edge I am moving towards this end. Now I am going to rotate it on that axis only. So I'm going to pick this up and move this here. Now you can see that we have this section right in the middle. Just moving it a little bit more so that it's in the center, and this part also I'm going to move in the center. So this is number one. Now same, I want to control alt and select this again, and I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees like this and move it across. So let's take it on the other side, 0.5, and let's also move it in the center the other way. So there you go. Now this is in the center. Now one thing that you can do is that remove the center part so that it's not like, these intersecting lines. But for us, I feel it's okay. We do not really need to go inside and go to all that trouble. This works fine. Now I'm going to go back and unhide the last ones. So okay, this is there. Now this needs to be on top. So this will come down. I'm going to just group the top two because these are like the top element together only. So this can simply come down to first this level, and then I can take it up to 8 inches because that's what the height is. Now this is become the exact part in the center. Like if I go back, this is how it is looking out for me. So this is the side that I see on the picture. So I'm going to see it like that. So you see, this is almost the same. Now only the legs are left for us to create. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make this into a group first and copy this along on the bottom. Let's copy this right here. Now I am going to change this section. So you can see that there is some kind of an edge which is being created. So in order to do that, I am going to give this section like this, maybe 2 inches. The sides need to be drawn back down. This will go. I'm just going back to see how it looks. Okay, so this section is smaller. I'm going to take it point, or you can say 1 inch this side, and take it down. Same will happen on the other side. This needs to go 1 inch that side and 1 inch down, and I'll remove this. Now this section I'm going to create like this. So now you can see this looks like a leg. Same procedure we need to follow on this section as well. So I'm giving it 2 inches. Then here I'll go 1 inch, move it down 1 inch. The other side again 1 inch and move down 8 inches. The middle section I'm just going to remove the extra edges and I'm going to pull this backwards. Now if I look at it again from this angle, which it was like this, I'm simply going to just make this into a scene so that we can easily see how this looks. So let's set a scene here. I'm going to go to view, animation and add scene. So now this becomes a scene. So here you can see this is how the table looks. If I change it slightly like this so that it's almost equal to what we have here. Yeah, I think it's almost the same. So the top is visible a bit more, so we can go backwards, and I am going to make this into a permanent scene. Now I have this, and maybe I want to add some color on top, so I'm just going to use the materials that we have in our SketchUp. So let's go to the wooden texture and add that. Now the top part needs to be different, so I'm just going to go inside, go to marble or stone. Here you will find the marble, and I'm going to paint the top into marble. So this looks very similar to what they have here. Now you can add some props here to make it more realistic, to add other things. One more thing that I would like to do now is that the top part, as I said, I am going to select all of that and I will go to soften edges. So when you go to soften edges, you can increase this amount like this, and you will see that the edge is now less visible here. Now if you look at it from the back side, you will see less of these sharp edges. Same you can do for the other elements as well. So we can go back and say soften smooth edges, so that now the material here you can see it very clearly. So it has happened. So this is how now the whole area looks. So when you soften the edges, it is also going to start giving you shadows like it is giving it now. So this is something which makes it more realistic. So I hope you understood how to do this and how to create a table like this. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching.